The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of our Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video. On August 21st, 2013, it was announced that Kickin' It on Disney XD was renewed for a fourth season. There was supposed to be good news because Kickin' It was the highest rated show on the channel at that time period. But when you looked more into the fourth season of this somewhat fuck-ass show, you see that the series' scene stealer, Olivia Holt, will be leaving. Why, you may ask? Okay, first of all, she was already getting way more opportunities already than the rest of the damn cast of this series with the Disney company. Like, she was making music and already starring in a Disney Channel original movie called Girl vs. Monster. It was revealed that Olivia was the star of a new Disney Channel original series, therefore, no longer was going to be a series regular on Kickin' It. Olivia left the series, and her little stands, including me, went with her. August 21st, 2013. That's the day Kickin' It died. I Didn't Do It has to be the most unmemorable show that has come from Disney Channel. And I'm not even saying that as a way to be rude. It's just nobody fucking talks about it. Like, literally no one talks about it when we're talking about shows that came from Disney Channel. Usually the only fucking time where people are talking about I Didn't Do It is when they're like, did y'all watch this? Did anyone watch this? And oftentimes the answer be like, no, because a lot of people just barely even remembered it was there. I completely forgot all about this show. And that goes to show you something, because I follow Olivia Holt. Hey y'all, it's Harrietta back with another video. Hi, hello, how you doing? My name is Harrietta, and welcome back to the pirate ship, also known as Harry Hood's pirate ship. I am the captain, you are not my first mate, and I got no first mate because you want to know why. Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. Nobody's worthy of being the first mate, but hi, hello, how you doing? My name is Harrietta, and I like to make content based on nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. On today's episode of Disney December, which is a series that I do during the month of December where I just spend the entire month making Disney related content. Yes, I got the idea from Doug Walker. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I came up with that name on my own. No. Got it from him, I'm gonna be completely honest. But today we are just gonna sit here and talk about the day Kickin' It died. And part of the reason I thought about like the day Kickin' It died is because in my video that I made about Kickin' It a whole year ago, I briefly talked about like how it didn't age well, and so much of that had to do with the fact that that last season was ass. But Kickin' It had a moment where it died too, like how Para Kings had a moment where it died, and it wasn't necessarily in the show. It was something that happened outside of the show, because of what happened outside of the show that contributed to why the show ended up going downhill in the first place. Now, what exactly is Kickin' It? Kickin' It is basically a show that takes place in like Northern California, and it's about karate. Like, that's literally what it is. It's literally about karate. It's about the Bobby Wasabi dojo. It did not age well. The show has hella racism and misogyny, like a lot of the shit that was on Disney XD. Not necessarily surprising, because you know Disney XD was Disney's channel that they had targeted towards an older audience but also a male audience. So yeah, the misogyny was misogynying. Yes, I got that from Jordan Theresa. I heard her say it and I've been saying it ever since. But for the most part, in the show Kickin' It, I'm gonna bring up one contributing factor that could have made the show died, but if you ask me, it low-key fixed the show because I high-key got frustrated with how the show treated this character anyway, and it was just better off if he was gone. But there was a character in the series named Eddie, and he was played by a black person. Eddie ended up getting written out the show, and that's because the actor chose to leave the series. But honestly, like, Disney has a big issue when it comes to fucking tokenism, and Eddie's character is a big contribution when it comes to the tokenism with that, because guess what? Not only was Eddie a token, he was just also kind of like there. They treated Eddie like a diversity quota. He was just there like in the background. He didn't necessarily have much of his own storylines. And if he did get his own storyline, it wasn't all that great. Eddie, for the most part, wasn't necessarily all that important, sadly. And he was kind of like the only black representation that we had in this damn show. But the show treated him like ass anyway, so he was gone. And mind you, like, after Eddie was gone, nothing necessarily felt like it changed with the main group in the series. But one of the things that a lot of people watch this show for, especially me at the time, would have to be for these two characters named Kim and Jack. Jack is played by Leo Howard and Kim was played by Olivia Holt. They were most definitely my favorite part of the series simply because I just like seeing those two together. I was in the fandom for Kickin' It. That fandom was just full of girls, okay? I remember back in the day cringing at my Kickin' It phase. Oh my fucking god, I really had a Kickin' It phase. But that fandom was full of just girls, and we were all just talking about one thing when it came to the show. We didn't give a fuck about karate. We didn't give a fuck about the other characters and whatnot. We just cared about Kim and Jack's relationship, because even though like Kim and Jack weren't romantically involved until like later on within the show, they kept throwing hints out here and whatever the fuck that they were interested in each other. But y'all know every time shows we having like that one girl character, she often gets with one of the guys within the series. Kim was that character, and it was like pinging ponging to the fact that she most likely was gonna get with Jack. Who fucking knows? Honestly, it just felt like the writers were like playing with the audience because they realized that's what so much of the audience was really interested in when it came to that series. So we made it clear that this relationship right here is part of the reason why so many people watch this show. But also, a lot of people necessarily just watch this show because they just liked Olivia Holt. Olivia Holt was a scene stealer. Like, if you're talking about Kickin' It, Olivia Holt was kicking it. Like, yeah, we had Leo Howard, but Olivia Holt was the scene stealer. She was hilarious. She was so freaking funny. I literally didn't care much about the storylines in the show if she wasn't involved with them. Kim was my favorite character in the show. Gonna be straightforward about that. And honestly, I noticed like when it comes to these Disney XD shows, they would kind of have like that one girl character in there so they can bring in that female audience. And yeah, it worked because almost all like the people I knew that was watching the show, they was really talking about how they was watching it for Kim and Jack, or they just was watching for Kim because Olivia Holt did the damn thing. So when you remove the factor of the show that a lot of people enjoyed, it literally fucking K-words it. And that's literally what happened with Kickin' It, because I noticed that the more that the show went on, we started to see how more important Kim's character was. And honestly, Kim's character was very important from the beginning because she ended up leaving the opposing dojo to come to the Bobby Wasabi dojo with the main cast. So her character was already seen as very crucial from the start. So when you take out that major fucking factor right there, it showed badly. It showed exactly where a lot of the writers' priorities were, first of all, when it came to this show. So many of the priorities with Kickin' It was either with Kim's character or it was with her and Jack's relation with each other. Like, so many of the fucking drama that went on with, like, in the series involved Jack and Kim and whatever the fuck. Because I remember there was only, like, one episode that Boo Boo Stewart was in, and the fandom ran with that shit for, like, a whole year. He was literally, like, in one or two episodes. I'm pretty sure it was one episode. They ran with that shit for a whole year, mainly because Kim and Jack was involved with that one person. So as we have gotten rid of Kim, I had tried to watch Kickin' It because I was like, Kickin' It's one of my favorite shows. I think I'm gonna keep continuing watching it. I wasn't interested. I most definitely wasn't fucking interested because Olivia was gone. But I realized that the main factor within the show, that being the interactions with her and Jack, was not there anymore. I came back when she came back at the end as like a guest star, like Kim came fucking back, whatever. But it just was not the same. It's like bad enough that we already cut Eddie out. But cutting Eddie out didn't necessarily do much of anything to the show. The show necessarily wasn't even fucking affected until Kim left. Mind you, Disney XD already had a situation where they ended up getting rid of one of their cast members on one of their shows, and that had to be Para Kings. But guess what? Disney XD is a network I feel like had a lot of very lowbrow content. And when I say lowbrow content, it means that they put so much effort into like 3 shows maximum. They put efforts into like 3 shows maximum, and that would have to be Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Gravity Falls, and Lab Rats. They put so much effort into them 3 shows, and then the other ones that they had on that network fucking suffered. It's like they'll have hits here and misses there, but overall, so many of their shows aged poorly because it's so clear that these people did not know what to do with making these shows, because it's like they depended on gross out humor. They depended so much on misogyny. They depended so much on being dude bro series, and it ended up affecting so many of their series for the worst. Like at this point, so much of what came from Disney XD is extremely unwatchable. Zeke and Luther, by the way, that one actually aged well. I'm not even gonna fucking lie about that. Disney XD also had tried to have original movies, weren't all that great to begin with. Disney XD is a network that just irritates the fuck out of me because everything that could have gone wrong with the channel went wrong over here. And them literally getting rid of 2 of the cast members on their network that ended up making them what they fucking are, leaving, it ended up just going straight to shit. Like, you had Lab Rats, Gravity Falls, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil, which was ass in the end. That show, y'all want to know when the day Star vs. the Forces of Evil died? Because I don't want to feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but that show has a moment where it died too. And it actually happened within the series. Shows dying like Para Kings and Kickin It, they died off camera. No, it happened right there in the show in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. But like I said, I already spoke my damn piece. And also, we're going to talk about Star vs. the Forces of Evil later on for something else during this Disney December. You literally just got rid of what made people want to watch this damn channel in the first place. And also, guess what? More people, run with me, walk with me. More people recognize Olivia Holt from Kickin It than they did I Didn't Do It. Like, was it worth it? Was it really fucking worth it? I'm not even joking. I don't even think I Didn't Do It had 3 seasons. I think it was one of those Disney Channel shows that had 2 seasons, and they got rid of it because they realized nobody was watching it. Nobody was interested in it. I barely even remember most of the cast. I remember Acacia Kersey, I know she got married. I remember her brother was in the show, but I Didn't Do It just didn't hit for people. And mind you, I just don't remember it. I tried to like watch it later on, and it was like cute. It was all right, but this wasn't anything special to it. It wasn't anything that I necessarily ran towards. I have been wanting to make a video about I Didn't Do It, analyzing the entire series, but I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time making that video because barely anybody fucking remembered that shit. Like, is it even fucking worth it? But also, just sitting here thinking, when it comes to Olivia Holt, I feel like that show benefited her. Because you want to know why? When you're an actor and they see that you are the main character on a very popular network, and that network was Disney Channel, because Disney Channel and Disney XD, they low-key are one and the same, but Disney Channel was way more popular because more people had more access to that channel. Seeing that she was the main character on a Disney Channel series, it did a lot of great for her career. Because guess what? Sis did booking busy. Olivia Holt, y'all know how y'all say that Kiki Palmer always have a job? Olivia Holt stayed with a job too. She's like the white equivalent to that shit. Olivia Holt was somebody that I always loved growing up. I was always a big fan of her. Yes, I was there for the music era and everything. I'm not necessarily sure if she still makes music or not, simply because I don't fucking keep up with celebrities no more. Celebrity culture, my stand days are behind me. But while this show did benefit Olivia Holt's career, it most definitely K-worded Kickin It. It most definitely ruined that damn show for the good. Like I said, Disney does not know how to end something when it needs to end. I'm so surprised that they let Gravity Falls end in season 2, because that was just the perfect way for it to end. Para Kings should have ended when they fired Mitchell Musso, and Kickin It should have ended when Olivia left the damn show. Okay? I spoke my piece, I said what I fucking said, and that's the end of that. I was gonna drop my mic, but that noise was gonna bother me, so I didn't do it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I have so much to talk about when it comes to Disney XD, because I remember at one point I was watching Disney XD way more than I was watching Disney Channel. I'm not even fucking joking. My TV stayed on Disney XD. Like, when it came to like watching cartoons and whatnot, I was always watching DuckTales. I was always fucking watching Big Hero 6 the series. And part of the reason why I watched Big Hero 6 the series is because that was like a Disney cartoon. That was like the closest thing I was gonna get to having like a cartoon about people my age. Like, I adore this shit. Alright, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. Anybody that ordered from me during Black Friday, y'all should be getting your orders sent out soon. I'm trying my best. I'm working as fast as I can. College student, also small business owner, also YouTuber. All of these things help me with my income. So yeah. What else do I need to say? Don't forget to follow me on everything. Also, just thank you guys for your support. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you all have been enjoying this year's Disney December so far. I have been having a lot of fun making it so far. See, I say this shit, we only on day 5. Watch when like day 15 comes, the girl gonna be struggling. We gonna be fucking struggling. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on everything at Hariana, HARIYANNA. And thank you for watching. I said that shit like 5 times, but I really am appreciative. I'm very thankful. And have a great day, night, whatever time of the day you chose to watch this video. I'm just thankful that you watched it with the ads on. Alright, thank you. Goodbye.